still. And they did, and they did, and they did, because Jesus is the King, ruler over everything. Jesus is the one, promised from the Son of God. Jesus is the Lord, He's the one who come and knew Jesus. Jesus, He is the King. He is the King. He promised that 3 days after death He'd rise again. And He did, and He did, and He did, because Jesus is the King, ruler over everything. Jesus is the one, promised from the Son of God. Jesus is the Lord, He's the one you can't ignore. Jesus, Jesus, He is the King. He is the King.
Hi everyone, it's so lovely to see you guys here again this week for week 4 of Boom Online, and this week is Spy Week. So I've got my glasses and I've got some black clothes because we've got to be super sneaky so we don't get caught, and I've got 2 activities planned for us, so let's get on right to it. I've got with me this little spy book, and all spies need to have their own spy book and to keep them very safe, otherwise everyone else can figure out all your secrets and we don't want that at all. So I'm going to unwrap my spy book here, and firstly we're going to be writing some codes in here. And so firstly I want you guys to write out the alphabet like I've done here. So just across the whole alphabet. And then after we've done that, we're going to be writing numbers beneath it. So for A, it'll be 1. For B, it will be 2, and so on. Until you get 26 numbers. So I've got my 26 numbers here as well. And then we can start writing our code. So if I wanted to write, let's say, welcome to Boom, W would be a 23, E would be a 5, L would be a 12, and so on and so forth. So I've written a code for you guys, and it looks like this one over here. And hopefully you can decode the question and answer it for me. But now we're going to move on to a different code, and this one's a little bit harder. So this one here is actually going to be some drawings. So as you can see, I've drawn like a little noughts and crosses picture, and then an X and an X with these dots. And you'll see these dots here, and you've got to copy them exactly where they are on the page. Otherwise it won't work. So you can pause the video here and copy these ones down on your piece of paper. And so once you've done that, you might be wondering, how does the code actually work? So I'm going to grab a permanent marker for you guys and show you how it works. So as you guys can see, the letter A has 2 borders. So when you draw the code, you'll draw the borders with it. So it would look like this. So it would look like that. And obviously you don't write the letter in it as well, otherwise they'll figure it out straight away. So what's the word starting with A? We can write, let's write apple. So we got to find the P. And the P is this one over here. And the P's got a little dot as well. So I'm going to copy that one down. And there's 2 P's, so I'm going to write 2 of them. And then we've got to find the L, which is this one here. and it's got a little dot as well. And then the E. And the E has 4 lines around it. So it will be a little square. And there we go. We've got our code spelling apple. And this one's kind of fun because we can draw and it looks even more confusing. And then our very last code, we can go back to the alphabet that we made. And instead of writing numbers, we're going to write the alphabet in the opposite direction. So A will be Z, B will be Y, C will be X, and so on and so forth. And so when you write it, they'll be like, it won't make any sense at all, but then you've got to decode it. So let's choose a word as well. We can write, let's write bed. So B is Y, E is a V, and D is a W. And so we've got our word bed, just there. And you can mix the codes up as well. So you can write one word or one letter with a drawing. You can draw the other letter in a number and then the other letter with the confusing letter. You can mix it up a bit and have lots of fun. So we wouldn't be a spy if we didn't have to sneak around and be really stealthy. And to help us do that and to help us practice, we're going to be making an obstacle course. So all we need is some wool or some string or anything and go have fun with it. As you can see behind me, this is my obstacle course that I'm in the middle of making. My cats are very interested in it, so I'm going to get right onto it. And I would love for you guys to send us your obstacle courses and you weave yourself way through them. So I hope you have a lovely week and I'll see you guys next week.
Hey boom, it is now week 4 of our detective series as we go and search out for some more clues about who is Jesus. So today, let's go searching for some more clues to figure out who Jesus really is.
Can you guys see anything? Let's take another look. Can't really see anything yet. Oh. Yeah, there it is. Oh, a little bit of trouble getting it. And finally got it.
So today we're going to do something a little bit different. And today we're going to let Detective Nicholas reveal the clue about who Jesus really is. Yes, so that's right. Today I will be revealing our clue. So today, oh, it looks like it scrunched it up. Might need a bit of some help opening it. Today it says Jesus is our teacher. Oh, teacher. Jesus is our teacher. But like, Detective Nick, the only thing I can think of teachers is those boring teachers and those bossy teachers back at detective school. Is Jesus like one of those? Well, Detective Nicholas, when we think about a teacher, I think we can all think of a pretty bossy teacher who was always telling us what to do and was always getting us in trouble. And that doesn't seem very fun for Jesus to be a teacher. But I think is that we have to think about Jesus being a teacher a little differently to how we think some bad teachers can be. What does it really mean that Jesus is our teacher then? Well, because Jesus loves us so much, he wants us to teach us how to be in a relationship with him and the best way to live. And that's why he's a teacher, because he teaches us how to live in the best and happiest way possible. Well, if I'm really being honest, that kind of still sounds like telling us what to do, doesn't it? Well, let's kind of think of it like your parents, Detective Mum and Detective Dad. They taught you all the detective stuff you know because they loved you so much. They taught you how to wear that detective hat properly, and they just taught you all the ways to look for clues just because they wanted you to be the best detective ever. And they did this because they loved you and they cared for you. Well, yeah, I guess I hadn't really thought about it like that before. Something I hadn't ever thought about like that, actually. Well, and that's why Jesus does these things for us, because he cares about us so, so much. He wants us to really have the best. Whoa! Where can I find more about where Jesus teaches us all these things? I haven't been taught these things before. But to find out more, Detective Nicholas, it's all right here in the Bible, where Jesus teaches us so many things about how to live right and how to be in a relationship with him. Well, I've got one that looks exactly the same, actually. That's a bit funny. Well, I'm off to go read it. Anyway, see you, Boom. See you, Boom.